Alright, we are going to go ahead and edit a video. Hopefully you guys can see okay. It's difficult for me to film this. Camera angle isn't the greatest, but anyway. So I'm going to use an editor called Kinemaster. It's really easy to use. The important thing about making videos is you really need to have your clips organized. So what I always do is I'll go here, I'll create new. We want it 16 by 9. Okay, then I'll go into here where I've got my video footage, and it takes a little bit of time for it to populate. There's literally 40 gigabytes of film in here. So anyway, so I should have these in order. Normally, the oldest one is down here, but because this is on a tablet, my oldest one would be down here if it was on my phone, and I usually edit right off of my phone. But I'm editing on the tablet for two reasons. One, so you can see. The second, sometimes I like to edit on here because I have a lot more memory. So in this case, I need the memory. I can edit, 30 gigabytes of movie on this thing. Versus if you use a computer to edit, you put for 30 gigabytes on there, you better have a gaming PC or it's not going to work. Or, a really high-powered Mac, and you're probably going to burn up the processor on that and the video card and everything else. Because you need to have like major video, you have to have a lot. So this will do a huge file all in 4K, and it's really easy to use. So we're going to get started. So normally my first clip would be my oldest, which would be down here. So I could do that by changing up here, date modified. Now my oldest clip is down on the bottom. All right, so this is what I do. So anyway, I'll start with the oldest clip. So that's my intro. You can kind of watch a little bit of it here if you want for a second. And we know that we've only uploaded one clip. So I'll just kind of show what my intro is. So we'll get rid of that and then start right here. And we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that. And right over here it says play. Hey guys, and welcome back. We are here to do another engine build. You guys ready? I know we've been working on this a little bit. If I want to watch it in full screen, I just push and hold. We're at George's shop today, and just getting everything kind of set up. There's a lot of things to do. Got to put the case savers in. I'm going with 8mm studs, so I can turn up the volume. Go 10s. Always check with these aluminum cases. Check the oil pump area. Put your oil pump in. Make sure it doesn't just slide right in there. Okay. So in lieu of watching the entire thing right now, I'm just going to go ahead and upload the rest of the clips that I want on this video. So it's going to be quite large. I'm not sure. This is probably one of the largest edits I've ever done. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead, and I've got the first one in already. So I'm going to put the second one, the third, and I think the second one's a short, the fourth, fifth, and I might not use it, 6. So I'll just put them all in order, because I film everything in order. So at the beginning and ending of each one of these clips, I'm gonna have to do editing, and there might be some in the middle of it. So some people go, sometimes you'll go and try and make a whole video and then just try and pick pieces up. That's really not the best way to do it. Which one I just pushed? This one? I pushed that one, I think. Hopefully I didn't miss a clip. You don't want to miss any clips. You make sure they're all in order. If you filmed it in order, that's the key. So then we'll go through all these clips here. I call this a clip stack edit. So they're all in order And all I do is just put them all in. And then I add my things like pan zoom and whatever. Get them all in there. Sometimes I'll do one row at a time now, but you'll forget which row you were on. Okay, then we got here. And there. So they're all in there. So that's not that longest one I've ever done. This is only an hour and 3 minutes of footage. So, and most of it's going to be in real time, but I have another half an hour on my phone that I'm going to put on here afterwards. And then we're going to add those to it. So, but I'm going to put, so what I'll do is I'll upload those into the other, in this Kinemaster folder. But I've got something else in there right now. So anyway, get rid of that. Best way to get back to the beginning is just get out of this whole thing. Otherwise you have to go through all the clips and then start at the beginning. So I re-edit. So I've just gotten out of it, came back in, started over. All right. So now we're just going to start watching the clip, watching the video, and see what we like, what we don't like, if we want to take anything out of it. Hey guys, and welcome back. We are here to do another engine build. You guys ready? I know we've been working on this a little bit. I had the parts video ready. We're at George's shop today, and just getting everything kind of set up. Let's just say I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of so I'm just going to do that so you can shop today. Right there. Okay, so I'll just do split clip right there. You see the scissors, and then you go ahead and push split. What this one does is it just splits the clip right there. Okay, and let's listen to it again. And just getting it. And was about right there. Split the scissors. And then what I want to do is I want to get rid of that section. So I'm going to go trim to the left from where the marker is. Where the marker is, I'm going to trim to the left, and it just trims it back to that. So we're at George's shop today. Just getting everything kind of set up. There's a lot of things to do. Got to put the case savers in. I'm going with 8mm. Let's get rid of I'm just going to do this stuff because I don't always do this, okay? But I'm just going to do a little bit for you guys to see. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a split clip. It's right here. It says split. I'm going to split right there. I'm going with 8. I'm going. It's hard for me to fix my. So then I want to actually get rid of everything from the, whatever that is, the timeline. So I'm going to push here again, highlights it. I'm going to push trim. I'm going to push trim to the left. And go back and listen to it. Got to put the case savers in. I'm going with 8mm stud, so got a little bit left, so I'm just going to move it up a little bit. If you could see what I just did, you can just trim it that way too. I put the case savers in. I'm going with 8mm stud, so no reason to go 10s. Always check with these aluminum cases, check the oil pump area. Put your oil pump in, make sure it doesn't just slide right in there. It should fit very nice and tight. If it just slides right in, then occasionally I've heard of this happening on these cases. The other thing you always check is this surface right here with the pulley, where the pulley goes in. Like I say, only run the, you got plenty of space in there for this slinger. I may have dropped that pulley.
Well, I've heard people
Later
say
on, I had
it's
trouble
too
getting
tight
that thing
there.
going.
And a lot of guys will only run the sand seal ones. I elect not to do that. I prefer having it not being sand sealed. So I just check them. If it's too tight, then, you know, I think I would just use a brake hone and just open it up a little bit that way. But so far so good. I think that they have improved the quality on these. So Autolinia, I think, has stepped up the game a little bit. Probably they knew about those issues. And I think that was early on in the problems that they had. So I've checked the fit here. If you did have one that was loose here, and you needed to run that case, what I've heard of guys doing is actually putting a groove in here.
So if you noticed, there's already an edit in there. I use the pause button on my phone, so because that's why I use an Android to do my filming. So I use the pause button. I stopped because I knew what I was going to say next, and I wanted to show something else while I was doing that. So I pushed pause, and now I've changed the camera angle to this, and that's what I'm doing. That's why there's all this editing is already done, because I'm already done half of it
Here
while I'm filming it.
O-ring on this, and then you need to run it full flow. You cannot run a normal oiling system, which I wouldn't recommend anyway. On one of these cases, the whole reason to use one is to go full flow. The other thing you can do is you can use a 30 millimeter pump. They have a 30 that has already got this plugged off. It doesn't even have this part drilled at all. They have those around, so you can use one of those. You will, if you do that, you're going to need to notch out the tin that goes on here because it's going to hit. So if you just notch out the tin for your full flow adapter.
So I'm going to put some text in here real quick. I'm going to put in, so you go over here and make sure it's not highlighted. If it's highlighted, it won't give you that option. Okay. So I'm going to go to here, add layer, text. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the microphone to say it versus me typing it in. What do I want to say? Trying to think. Or you could possibly use a dish cam pump and cam. So you could use a dish pump. So I'm adding text to this so that, because I didn't say this and I thought, well, I kind of wanted to clarify that. You can move this thing around. There's a little mover guy on there. And then you can, you can edit it. If I want to edit this, if I messed up, I can, right over here, there's a little edit. And I can add more text or not. So I do that if I need to. So anyway, real simple. Or you could possibly use a dish cam, pump, and cam. I want to make sure I said my stuff right, and we'll continue on. So then I'll just click somewhere on the screen to get rid of that and start.
This guy right here, you notch the tin out. All I do is I have to grind that.
Wait, I think I'm going to move this back a little bit. So let me just slide that sucker over. This thing is really easy to use, you guys.
You notch the tin out. All I do is I have to grind that down a little bit, but it's no big thing. They'll notch out the tin so that this thing will poke through the tin, and then it usually won't hit the pulley, but you got to check all of that first. Another quick thing you can do if you go with a dish cam. I don't know, you guys can comment below who makes, if they make performance dish cams. Usually I've seen only flat ones. But I think they still do. They used to make performance dish cam. You can use a dish cam, which this is a dish cam 26 millimeter. You can see how small that is. It's about 4 or 5 millimeters more in. So if you get a 30 dish cam, with the hole blocked off. This hole right here will be blocked off. And you have a dish cam, performance cam. You know, like I said, I don't know about the cam sizes today. Maybe somebody can comment that below. I'm not sure. So like this is a dish cam, and this is a stock cam, or a flat cam. They're both, you know, based on stock stuff. This is ground to a 100. That's what we're using. But I'm just showing you how much more space there is in a dish cam. So you got to have the right oil pump for the cam. If you got the dish cam one, you put it in a flat cam, it's going to hit for sure. You're going to have problems. So, you know, make sure you got the right oil pump for what you're using. Right, these case savers have a direction to.
Okay, so this is not in the right place. So what I need to do is I need to go to rotate. Let's see if that's right. Okay, that's right. So then we're done there.
Right, these case savers have a direction to them. This part goes in. If you notice, this part's tapered, goes on the outside, so make sure the right way. Well, you guys, I don't think he ever had a Volkswagen shop. No, never did. Look at that. This is from the old shop years ago. We were just going through here. I thought all this stuff got disappeared, but it's kind of cool to see it surviving. Bug pack, cylinder shims. Check this out.
Big.
I wonder if he has the right size.
If I want to go back small again, I can do that. It's pretty big for me. Maybe not for you guys.
Couple here. Prep stuff, guys. Took all the plugs out of here. Blow everything out real good. Make sure there's no debris in those. Sometimes there is, so you got to take everything apart, blow it all apart, clean it. We've been cleaning parts here for a few hours, taking apart everything, putting the case savers in. Got new valve guides in the heads. The exhaust valve guides were just a little loose, so we went ahead and replaced them, hitting them again in the sandblaster. The valves that were in these heads were beautiful, so we went ahead with the...
So notice all those transitions, that's all done pre-edit. That's all done while I'm filming it because I'm using an Android with pause. So I'll just pause my video and move the camera angle. And then I'll watch it to see if I need to do any more editing to those things.
With these Brazilian, you know, you don't know what the quality of the ones are that we get now, but I mean, if we can use these, we'll go ahead and use the better ones since they were what's in the head, and we know that they're good. So I'm going to go ahead and red Loctite these in. Since I'm putting them in, and I'm never going to take them back out. So I got all these plugs back in. I red Loctite those guys in there. I don't want them coming out, that's for sure. All done. And I'm just going to run through and prep these rod bearings. There's a little bit of Scotch-Brite just to wipe that out. Those little grooves kind of hold the oil. Let me just wipe them once here.
I'll leave that noise in there. I could do this. Let's say I want to go back here. And you hear that drill noise or something behind me.
Those little grooves kind of hold the oil.
Okay, so if I have that, I could do something like this. I could do, let's do a split clip. And I could go up a little bit. And I got rid of most of it already because I just paused. And I could do this. I could split clip again. And I could do here mixer, volume. I'll lower the volume down. Just see how that sounds. Let's try and look at how that sounds. If it helped any.
Those little grooves kind of hold the oil. Let me just wipe up.
I'm going to do another little split because I noticed got a little bit of sound in that portion. So I'll split here and then I'll try so I can stretch this out so I can get to that piece and then select it and then go mixer and volume down on that section too. Let's listen to that. And I can make this smaller too if I want to make it come back to where it was. Okay. If it makes sense to you. It's all coming down to the phone.
just wipe them once here.
Yeah, that's better.
We do have a set of bearings that have the coating on them that's supposed to stay on them. This stuff, I don't think we're supposed to.
Mike. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It was just my practice and our practice, and nobody, they don't have to do whatever they want to do.
You guys can do whatever you want, but
That's right.
sorry. Yeah, but we do have a set of bearings I can show you that have a coating on them that you're not supposed to take off. And it's are they the Chevy ones?
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Let's take a look at them. I'll show you. These are coated bearings. This stuff isn't supposed to come off. These are, you pay extra for that, and typically they have a black on the back. The VW ones are not like this. Okay, these are actually going in a Volkswagen engine. These are are they the Chevy rod ones?
Correct.
Yeah, the Chevy rod size. So the Clevite, I think bearings come like this already. If you order them that way, they're the race ones. These you don't clean that stuff off. Okay, there's a difference, and that's maybe what people see on the forums. They say don't take that off. It's because it's this kind of bearing. This kind of bearing, you don't do that. We'll put all the bearings in the rods. Let's see if I can do this in front of the camera, right? I'm pushing, I'm not just holding it here with the middle, I'm pushing it in from the sides. Kind of hard to do on camera, but I push from this end, not in the middle. All right, get them all together, show you later.
Okay, I got a little bit too long of up end, so I'm going to clean that up. So I'll go here.
Show you later.
Okay, so it's about right there where I'm at. So I'm going to go to this here. Well, went to the wrong one. I'm going to go to here, go to split. I'm going to go trim to the right, and what it's going to do is going to take that little section out. So it's going to clean that up. So listen to that.
Show you later. All right, so we actually checked the bore of the rods assembled, and then checked the rod journals, and matched up everything by the 100th or whatever, the small number.
10th. Let me see.
And then
Let me correct myself.
By the 100th or what?
I could even get rid of that.
Up everything by the 100th.
Okay, so I could do this. Go split.
By the 100th or whatever, the small number.
Split here. Let's get rid of the volume. That made it to 0. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some of my own. So I'm going to go ahead and go like this. Record. So I'm listening to this again. Hang on. Stand by.
Matched up everything.
By the 10th is what I want to say. So I'm going to say that. By the 10th. So listen to that.
By the 10th. And then found out that this one here, just, we're talking about minor stuff to do. Some guys, what they do is they'll actually assemble the rod on the crankshaft dry and just rotate it around and feel which one is the looser one and the tighter one, and just go by feel. So a lot of people think you can't do that, but you can if you don't have the tools. Some people use a plastic gauge and they go in there and check the distance in there and make sure that it's within spec. And we've done it with the bore gauge, I guess, and then with a micrometer here, and made sure that we're within, I think it's 1.5 thousandths for the oil is what they, 1.5 to 2. It all depends on, some race builders will even build them looser than that. They'll put on like different, 2.5 thousandths of clearance to get more oil between there. So these are within spec, let's put it that way. And But we also do the additional thing where we're checking to see which one's the looser one or whatever, and we're going to put that one, like this one here, I numbered it 4, even though it's not number 4 general. I just put it here. The last one on the line is actually number 3. But I'm going to put that one here because it's the one that fits the best to that journal. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Just showing you some of that stuff. This is stuff that we do on all the engines, but you know, anyway, some of it's off camera.
So what I'm going to do here is, I think, let me see, I already think about what I'm going to do before I do my edit, so I already kind of know this is gonna, let's see what this is, see what that clip is. Maybe I don't want to use it.
Alright, so it goes here, so we're looking at,
I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this one up. I'm going to go to speed 4 times. Maybe I'll just do it like really fast. It's like, now when you play back in high speed, you can't see what it does. Okay, it doesn't look the same. It kind of shows you a little bit, but it doesn't look quite the same. So I'm going to speed this one up too. And then I'm also going to lower the volume on that one. Just lower the volume. Little speaker. Lower the little volume. It's real easy to do. I don't know what's going on there. Oh wait, because I have, let me do this. I'm going to get rid of the sound a bit. And then let's speed this up a little bit more. You just slide your finger over so that everybody can kind of see the rods go on. I don't think it's that important to show them the details of all that, what was going on in the background. I may show this in real time. Let's do a little cleanup. The beginning of it. Split clip, trim to the left. So it just shows just that. All right. Using ARP grease. I'm showing everybody that. Let's do, I think I'm just going to do this to right. To right there. And then that's going to be the end of it. So I'll trim to the right. Split clip, trim to the right. Do that. You'll end up doing that a lot.
all right, these are all done. The ARP grease and the whole 9 yards. Well, some of those things you run into that you just got to really check. These are dual high rev springs. And if you look there.
Single. Let's get rid of the word dual.
Those things you run into that you just got to really check. These are
split. Again, this is something you're going to do all the time.
These are dual high revs.
Let's just go, it'll just say high rev. Let's try and make it do that.
These are high rev springs.
There you go.
And if you look there, like 10 thousandths bigger than the hole. So we're gonna have to machine out these seats. These are all things you gotta look at. I redo stuff. They don't fit. So, gotta make them fit. Autolinea bubble top case. Oh.
Let's just get rid of that. This is a short. It wasn't intended to be in here. Sometimes I... Okay, so we want... This is another short. So I'm just going to delete that. And then I went back to filming it. I'm going to do probably lower the volume here. So we're just going to go in here. That's way too loud. So we want to select it. Then go to mixer, microphone, take it down to about 24%. Maybe a little less. Let's go to 13. There you go.
Aluminum case.
Okay, let's was making another short. I got distracted on the first one, and I'll turn those out later on a different video.
These are already open for up to 82.
So we get rid of that because that's part of the same short.
Guys, we're gonna go ahead and mark the bearings. And just mark them real quick. So we kind of.
Let me see if I want to put the beginning of that in here. So,
guys, we're gonna go ahead and mark.
gonna go ahead and I don't need all
Guys, we're gonna go ahead and mark.
Let me just keep the guys out of it.
Guys, we're gonna go ahead and mark the bearings.
That's good enough.
Just mark them real quick.
I'm fine with it. What do you guys think?
So we kind of get an idea where the dowel pin holes are. We'll mark on both sides. Okay. Alright. You found it? Yeah. Alright, looking for tools, guys. That's, you know, stuff got moved around. Go ahead and mark all these so we got them marked. Got them cleaned inside. Use that little bit of Scotch-Brite, just give them a little wipe. Get the gray stuff off.
I don't know what this clip is, but it doesn't belong, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, I like the way this camera angle is, so I don't need to do pan zoom. If I wanted to do that, I would use this one here. I go to pan zoom. This is the beginning of the clip. This is the end of the clip. And then if you want it to be the same zoom all the way across, I'll show you. Maybe we'll show you on this clip here. I could do it. In the beginning, I'm putting a bearing in the first one. So we could do pan zoom, the beginning, right? I could do something like this. I could start here, and then at the end of the clip, I'm way back there, so I'll end it. Right? I'm putting my last bearing in. So we're gonna have, that's gonna move the, so watch this, let's see how it goes.
Off.
See how it's zooming along the way? So anyway,
Alright, so these Autolineas have the dual thrust or the tang already machined for dual thrust bearings, so.
Okay, watch this. I'm gonna do a pan zoom. Let's see if it goes here. No, I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna work. I could zoom in on just, I could go like here, split, and then do this, and then go to this one, select it, go to pan zoom, make it the same, equal sign makes it exactly the same, and just zoom in on just that bearing to show it. So now we'll just go like this and watch what it does.
For dual thrust bearings, so always get the dual thrust anyway whenever you're putting a performance cam in.
So I'm just showing up close.
Check our cam in play. Make sure it spins freely. Just have something for the oil to get between the thrust bearing. Check both sides. See this one. That's a little tight. It's no good. No movement at all. So even though this is a lot of times you don't have to do this on these cams versus a brand new performance cam. A lot of times they're really tight between here. So this one here, we've got to give that one a little emery. And it's just a little too tight. It should spin freely. I don't like that. Alright, so we'll just take a little emery and clean that up. A little piece of sandpaper, flat surface. I'm only going to do this one because the other one's fine. They're not evenly machined. So I'll do that. This is a nice flat surface. Piece of glass works too. So now we're spinning good. And much better. Alright. Little Earl. Make sure they spin. If they don't spin, you're gonna have a flat.
Now watch this. I'm gonna do some zoom on this because I kind of want to make it a little more interesting. So I'm gonna split clip. I'm gonna go up about right here, and I'm gonna split clip again. And now I'm gonna select that area. I'm gonna go to pan zoom. I'm gonna use the equal sign so it's the same distance, and I'm gonna shoot way in, zoom right here, push anywhere on the screen again, and then go back. So we'll look at how that looks. So you're gonna go like this.
Little Earl. Make sure they spin. If they don't spin, you're gonna have a flat cam. Oh, it was the cam's fault. It was the lifters. No, didn't check it. You gotta spin nice and easy all the way around. No loosey-gooseys, a little dot. You can use other stuff if you want too. This works fine though.
Let's do this. So George just handed me something. Let's tell him thanks, George. Let's do this. Text. Thanks for bringing that over, George. So we're going to do that and just put that down at the bottom. Okay. Just add text.
This works fine though.
I don't know what it was. I can't remember. It's been a couple weeks because since we started this video, we had a lot of issues going on.
Resting. Guess we could do the cam. A little dot. That's all it takes. A little dot and a smear your finger. And a Band-Aid. A lot of places to get cut on this thing. I guess we'll set that cam. Well, we'll wait to set the cam in afterwards. Get the crank in. And we're heating up the gears. Get them just right. This side goes on the inside.
Let's just do this. Layer text. There was a bumblebee flying around. you guys can hear it in the background. So
the inside. Let's see if it's ready. Hot enough yet?
Nope.
Not quite.
Nope.
A little hotter. Well, let's see if we got it this time. Probably get it. As long as it's close enough, yeah, it would be good. We use our pipe. We don't get it too hot. You don't have to get it that. You can get it hotter if you want to, but. See that pipe right there? That's done 1,000 engines, I think. And the spacer. Get that guy all the way on. I don't want to burn myself.
Thank you.
There we go. I got it.
Okay.
I got the black pipe for that. Oh. Then the brass gear.
see, all these are on different clips. It's all in order, so I don't have to jerk around trying to find clips. That's the worst thing ever if you do that. It's all about
Check it in a second.
getting it all in order.
With the clip.
Yeah. Should do it.
Always know when you got it right is when you put this in here. And it goes straight. Does it? I'm not getting it all the way in, George.
Try your other clip then. I don't know. Try your other one.
See? It goes all the way in. And it's straight up and down. You can see it doesn't, if it's don't go in the groove and then go straight, it's not all the way on. All right, so we're ready to go.
Try this clip right. See
Try that one. That one's good too.
Yeah, I can see roll it too.
You can roll it, that's right.
See, grabs it from your hand.
So the thrust washer, and then this thing, you want to make sure you put that thing in straight and even, because you're not doing that after you put the crank in. Plus this here, these go to the to the flywheel side, the offset and the dowel pin, just so you know. You guys might ask yourselves, why do we sometimes we do this way, okay? Why are we putting this on the bench, putting the flywheel on with the bearing? Think about this for a second, guys. You can preset your in play, so you can kind of come up with a benchmark of what you think it's going to be before you put it together. So we've tightened up the flywheel on here, and then we got the bearing on, and what we came up with is we had to stack 2 feeler gauges together, and we came up with what is that? What was it? 47. So you take your 47. You don't want a tight 3. Believe me, you don't ever want to go there. 4 to 5. So you take your 4 to 5 thousandths, subtract it, right? Subtract it from there, and that's about what your shims are going to need to be. Little trick there, guys.
So I can get rid of that. So when I asked him,
4 to 5. So you take your 4 to 5 thousandths.
let's see.
Subtract it, right?
Yeah, I can go get rid of that. Split clip. Listen to get it. Right, and then I'll just...
Right? Subtract it from there, and that's about...
So right from there, this should be about right. Let's just do this, and then trim to the left. It says right on it, trim to the left on the thing. And it's got a pretty good icon.
Subtract it, and that's about what your shims are going to need to be. Little trick there, guys. Didn't even think about that one before, probably, did you? All right, so you might ask yourself,
This is the same thing. That's a short. I don't need that video.
all right, so we got the crank set in, of course. Put the center main. Check it, no wiggly poos. We're nice and tight. So that's set in.
Just real quick. That's it.
There we go. All right, so we've got our marks in there. Now we've taken our cam and we got just a little, it's hard to hear because we got a little bit of oil on there, but you guys might not hear it. But there is a little bit of play in there, and that's what we need. And then the other thing you can do is rotate it around and see if the cam jumps out. It's hard to do on camera, but we could rotate it around. It's hard to do with this oil, you guys. So if the cam jumps out, and it's hard to. I'm pulling up on it when it does that. I don't want to pull my bearings out, but see if the cam jumps out. We can do that real quick. But if you hear there's a little bit of play, that's all you really need. If there's a lot, it'll make noise, and then you got to change the gear. So anyway, all right, real quick, guys, you can buy this stuff here too. Moto Seal. It's the same as I didn't even know they made it. But if you glue this side, it's much easier than glue.
I can't get rid of that sound in the background, but
real quick, guys. Anyway, all right, real quick, guys.
I'm okay with those.
Real quick, guys, you can buy this stuff here too. Moto Seal. It's the same as I didn't even know they made it. But if you glue this side, it's much easier than gluing this side around all the studs, just so you know. So anyway, let's put the case tabs on.
a lot of dead time right here, so I'm gonna get rid of it.
We've been ready for a while, and then Mike's gonna push the lifters out.
Well, that's gonna go like right here. There's no need for anybody to see all that other stuff, so hang on.
So anyway, let's put the case tabs on. Light it up. Done.
So I'll probably just clean this up a little bit.
Done.
Let's see. I'll split clip there because I might not show the stuff.
Oh yeah, the shuffle pin. He's in there now. All right. Good.
I might just let me just delete this whole clip. No need to show all that. I think it looks better if I just do slide the case on. Now this one was meant to be sped up, so I'm going to go to wherever. I might just show. I think what I'm going to do is just do this here. Let's just go. I'm going to split right here and trim to the left. Because we were in front of it for a while there, so I didn't want to show all that.
Oh, it's alright. It was dry. Kind of dry.
Let's see. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do split this, and I'm just gonna do this here. Speed. Let's go to 4 times, and then just scroll it on up to something exciting. It just looks too boring. I'll go to 16. And then this part of the clip, I'm just going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to go lower the volume. And then we're going to go to here. Let's see. Let's lower the volume on this one, like 20%, and then we'll just speed this up to speed 4, and then I'll just kind of scroll on up to. Okay, so let's watch it and see. Well, you can't really see it because it doesn't always show the exact way it was. This one does better than the other. This tablet has really good processor, so it kind of shows some of those things here. And we'll probably delete some of this footage here. I might show this. Okay.
Sushi for less than you go to McDonald's. Get all you can eat now. All you can eat McDonald's. Yeah. Give you a 25.
Okay, so we're going to continue on here. I had to stop for a little bit. There's some background noise.
Okay.
So I'm just showing a little clip here. I'm going to leave that just like that. And then I'm going to split clip this out because me walking to the camera, I don't really want to do that. So all I do is cut, trim to the left. So I always trim out my little walk-arounds. And I think I'm going to speed this one up. Let's see, let's go to just speed 4 times. Maybe I'll just do that. I don't know how long this one is. See, now you notice it doesn't always show you exactly what it's going to look like in the edit. It only shows you, it says right on it when you first upload it. It doesn't show what's going on. Well, I'm going to do this. So I came up to here. There's a lot of walking around in there, so as soon as I get the cylinder on, I'm going to do cut. I'm going to do split clip right there. I'm going to go up ahead till I'm sliding the head on. And I'm just going to do this. Cut and then trim to the left so that it just looks like all of a sudden I'm doing the cylinder. You can't really see what's going on. Oh, I need to do this too. Let me lower the volume. Right clip. Let's lower the volume on this clip. So you don't sound like a bunch of squirrels. We're just going to go straight to just going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and split right here. I'm going to go right up to this portion and then just show me putting on the cool tin. So I'm going to split, trim to the left so it looks like this. And it's hard to tell what it looks like. You kind of get to know what it looks like. If you want to just, because it doesn't really show it, so if you just kind of move it along yourself, you can see what it's doing. And I may not run all this. Yeah, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go to right here. See the cool tin on, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut and trim to the right. So that's just going to be the end of that clip. So then I'm just going to go to here, cut, trim to the left. We'll just show actually putting the heads on. And then I'm going to split right here. I'm just going to do like a little bit of a
Keep the rockers you want to put on. Go right down there.
I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do like a little clip of that because there's just some stuff I don't want to show all that. So I'm just going to show a little, I want to show the torque wrench, just go and click. Let me see, and that's it. So then we're going to go forward, see what's in here I want. See that. I don't want to show me adjusting it or anything, you know, all that wrench stuff. I think I'm going to show this. So I'm going to show me putting on the rockers here. So it's going to skip ahead, so it'll be like this, like a little torque wrench, and all of a sudden you'll see me putting on the rockers, right? I'm going to put on the rockers.
Well, that's the first thing you get.
Okay, then we're going here. I can just see the rockers going on. That looks good. And then I'll show, maybe me torquing it. Let me see. Where is it? I'll just do this. So it'll be like, it's going to skip ahead. And then that's cool that wrench just doesn't tighten things down very tight, so.
What's that?
Then I'm going to do torque wrench.
Pound it on. Once you get it on, you're going to be able to get it on.
Well, that's really good. Then I have to do change the oil. Change the
Done.
oil.
All right.
So I'm going to do the torque wrench real quick. So I got it all set, so I'm not going to show all the. Alright, that's done. You can see the torque wrench. That looks cool. Don't think I'm going to show all this clip in here. In fact, let me back up here. I think I'm going to go ahead and on this one, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to do pan zoom equals. So I want to just show like up front something. Okay, that looks cool. And then
10 minutes.
I might just speed up this real quick because it looked kind of neat. So I'm going to go to speed 4. I'm just going to take that up to like 14 or something. You're not going to be able to see what it looks like. It's just going to look kind of neat. Lower the volume.
Okay guys, we got the cool tin on. Push rod tubes are nice and straight. Rockers. We're going to do our rocker geometry. We're going to show you a little bit about that, just a couple things in a second here.
I don't know what happened there. I'll delete that.
Here. All right, guys, let's take a look at the valve geometry. You know, there's a lot of people get really hyped out about this. You know, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's not. Okay, when you have an issue, it's usually when you can't. You're cut to fit.
Actually, I don't know if I'm going to show this. I think I'm going to use another clip, so I might delete this one. So I think I'm going to use the one I did at home here. So I might just go ahead and delete that, and then just go to the head. And then show. Da, 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 da.
Okay, guys, we got the cool tin on.
Yeah, we're good with all that. Let's go back to here.
In a second here.
Oh.
Alright, so we're going to set this sub flush. We already got the in play done.
First of all, we need to rotate this one. So we're going to rotate mirroring and then turn it so it's the right direction. And I want to kind of just get rid of that first little entrance.
Second here. Alright, so we're going to set this sub flush. We already got the in play done. We're at solid 5. Sometimes some guys actually run it at 6 if you're running a race engine, but the specs are 3 to 5. 3, just stay away from that number. I'm gonna go ahead and push this down just a little bit more.
Then I'm going to go ahead and just show just the click of the torque wrench. So I want to go ahead and split clip, trim to the left.
Push this down just a little bit more. Let's see. Okay. Good.
Alright, so that's going to be the end of that. I think I'll just delete this. Delete buttons over there. Trash can, you know.
Alright, guys. Anyway, I want to tell you guys that I'm going to be putting the rest of this together here at the shop, at the house. So I was looking at this AA10, and you know, this stuff's actually not bad.
Okay, and I think that's what I'm going to end that. I'm not sure if I'm going to show all this stuff because I had to do some trimming to it. I don't want to found out some stuff later that I don't want to repeat myself. Okay, and then I'm going to show this as my rocker geometry, I think. Let me see.
Alright, somebody was asking me how I did the valve geometry by eye, and I'm just going to kind of go over this. I mean, I've got the right tool to do it. My dial indicator on the vice scripts from Harbor Freight.
Alright, okay, back to it.
Harbor Freight. They're not expensive. But one of the reasons I do it on a simple motor like this by eye is because usually I don't have to do
I think
anything.
this is all edited. I don't know.
So you were gonna go.
I think I did all this on using pause and didn't have to, so I'll have to do any edit to this, I don't think.
Fun because I know which one it is when it's.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, then I might just end the video here. I might go out and do another clip. So I know I had some stuff I didn't show you guys on the video here that I edited. I had to do some editing off camera because I was running out of memory on the device that's filming this. So
that's all the way down. So what I do is again mark. Okay. So now what we're going to do is look at the valve. So we're going to put our eyeballs on. We're going to look at the valve real nice and close. And we're going to see.
Okay. Oh, I did this here. I edited.
Looking pretty straight. We're good to go. So now what we're going to do is look at the valve.
I'm going to do that. I got a noise in there. I want to get it out. So I'll just split kip, trim to the right. It's real simple. Everything's easy.
See that the bottom edge of the valve and this, you're probably fine. If you want to do it by eye, if you want to use a dial.
Blah, 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 blah. I know what I say on this, and I know it's okay.
Really strong, but it's going to have a nice freeway cruising speed, so that's what we're looking for on this, and that's why we chose the parts we did. Anyway, that's it for this, guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Alright, in this video we're going to talk about the valve. Right, in this video we're going to talk about valve geometry and
I'm going to delete that. Delete that.
this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Okay, yeah, that was the intro to the other one. So, anyway, is that the end of this? Okay, I'm going to probably do another clip. I might just use the tablet and go do a little clip at the end, and then I'll just add that in, and I'll do that with pause edit. I will probably won't have any more editing. That's all the editing I do. It's all split clip, trim to the right, split clip, trim to the left. It's just simple. And then I just do things like if I have to add narration, I just push record. It's real easy. You know, put it where you want it. Push record, and it'll just start recording right there in VoiceOver. You can do things like select here. You can turn off the sound by using the little thing. You can also, you just start looking at all these little drop menus here. I mean, there's yes, super resolution. I don't even know. I haven't even played with that. Get plugins. So I don't know. So there's all kinds of different things you can do, but want to change your voice changer, makes it sound like a robot. Extract audio, so you can take the audio off of the clip and then remove it and put your own audio, or just all kinds of stuff you can do. But those are the most things you're going to use. So anyway, alright, that's it, guys. I'm going to talk to you guys in the next video. Hopefully you see how easy this editor is to use. It's really, really easy to use. So talk to you next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.